Hey everyone, what's up? I thought I'd kind of do a recent pickups video for today, the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you, if you will. It's Star Wars Day, basically, so May the 4th be with you. But thought I'd do a recent pickups video for you guys. Kind of let you know what I've recently picked up as of late. And quite a few here. So I've got quite a few things. And I've got quite a few things as well. So I thought I'd kind of show them off. I'll kind of show you what I recently got. I will say right now that what I did get, that I'm not going to show you, but I did get them, and you can check them out here on YouTube, is I did get two mystery bag minifigures. One of, and they're not the Funko ones, believe me, they're not the Funko ones. They're just like those regular mystery bags. I got one of Fluttershy, and I got one of Twilight Sparkle. So, yeah, I ended up getting those. One I got at my job, I think that was Fluttershy, and then the other I got at Walgreens, which was Twilight Sparkle. So, yeah, it's those little mini mystery figures. So I ended up getting one of those. You can check it out. I think I opened them here on my YouTube channel. So you can check those out. What I did get, though, speaking of My Little Pony, I did end up getting from my store, because one of the things I did get, in fact I'll show you it right now, I did a first look video on it as well. I did a first look video on it. I ended up getting this at my job. I was kind of surprised that this was there. It's still there in a sense. It's basically the last copy I know of that's there is in the book section, the book magazine section. That's in the electronics photo area in the back of the store. Yeah, it's basically like electronics is like the majority of electronics is like on one side, and you have the CDs. It basically is like you got two columns dividing it. It's like on one section you have all electronics, and then you have the DVDs and the CDs in one. You have DVDs and Blu-rays on one side of the column, and on the other side of the column you have CDs and stuff, along with sort of like a main display of movies and all that, new releases in front of that. And then on the other side of that, you have the magazines. Yeah, or then on the other side of that, across from that, you have like the accessories, extensions, HDMI cables and stuff that you need for your television and stuff. And then on the other side of that, you have books and magazines. And again, like I said, this is the, and like I said, there's only one copy of this left that yesterday I saw that is in the magazine and book aisle of the of my store. So there's only one left there. Like I said, there's only one left there, and I'm kind of happy I got it because it's fun. It's a nice collector's item and all that. So yeah, I ended up getting that. Like I said, there's only one copy left at my store. And speaking of which, not long after that, they also released another one, about a month later. This is more of a, basically, it's more of an intro magazine, I guess you could say, to the franchise, in case you're new to it, because it includes, it says right there, I think you see it right there, it says right there, 200 plus ponies. Oh, right there it says 200 plus ponies, pony a page. And it basically lets you see who the ponies are. And one of the interesting things about it is you got 16 tiny collectible My Little Pony posters, according to this, and then you have one plus giant puzzle poster, which is basically, I'll show you what it means by giant puzzle poster, which it says right there. What it means is, you see how this is designed right here? Yeah, basically, each part of it is part of a bigger puzzle, is what it is. Yeah, it's basically a puzzle picture you have to clip together, is what you have to do from what I can tell. Yeah, you got to clip this together as a puzzle piece. It's a tiny poster, yes, and you can hang it individually. But it's also basically a puzzle poster you could put together yourself. So, but yeah, it's basically like an intro to let you know who the ponies are and everything, what each character is. And I think that's pretty cool, because if you're new to it and you're interested in it but you don't know much about it, or you don't know much about the characters, this is a good intro book for you. So I like that, I really do. Like I said, it kind of gives you an idea of who the ponies are and everything. And again, I really like how they did that. So it's basically called My Little Pony a Page. Basically, like I say, it's an intro magazine to the show, to the characters. And all the tiny posters are basically, from what I could tell, one, or you can hang individually, or you could piece together as one giant poster. So that kind of would keep you busy for a while. But yeah, that's what it is. So that I recently picked up. And then, like I said, these are the figures I bought out of the mystery boxes. We have Twilight Sparkle. I think this was before she had her wings. They would have given her wings if they did. But this is Twilight right there. Got her at Walgreens. And then, of course, we have Fluttershy, which I ended up getting at my job as well. So, yeah. I ended up getting those. Now, speaking of figures as well, I also decided to add to my collectible figure as far as comic book figures go. And at my job, I noticed, well, because Guardians of the Galaxy comes out tomorrow, which is ironic. It's coming out today. It's coming out on Cinco de Mayo. And today's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. So, yeah. But anyway, they have a display in the toy aisle. They're probably going to move it as well. They've done this before. Some of the Guardians of the Galaxy Legends figures. Yes, you got the Marvel Legends series, Build-A-Figure series. And this one is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. They do have the Legends series figures for Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't see Gamora in there. She's probably going to be one of those you got to really sought after. But they also have some based, I think, around the franchise itself and the cartoon. And one of them I ended up getting, because there was only 2 of her left, I ended up getting Marvel's Angelina. So I ended up getting Marvel's Angelina. And what I did, as usual, as per usual, is I hid her. Yeah, I hid Marvel, I hid this. What I did first is I hid it behind another Guardians of the Galaxy figure, but then I figured that might get discovered, so I took it along with another figure I got and hid it behind some pillows in the domestics area at my store so I can have it for later. But yeah, I ended up getting Angelina, and basically it's part of the Build-A-Series deal. So you got Drax, you got Yondu, you've got a Masters of Mind figure. I can't think of his name. I know I saw it somewhere. Angelina, another Master of Mind figures. You got Nova, and you got Star-Lord. And all they do is combine together to create trying to think what his name is. I know they say it somewhere. Titus. Basically, you build Titus out of this. That's the figure right there that you're trying to build. Is Titus right there? You're trying to build him, but sometimes that don't really matter about to me. I just like to collect them because you're never gonna really see these anymore. So I'm just happy to have Angelina, and she's a rare character. I think I don't really see her that much. I'm surprised she's not in the movie. Why isn't she in the movie? Just saying. But yeah, we got Angelina, Marvel's Angela, I should say, Marvel's Angela. So happy to get her. And then speaking of characters that only had one accessible, they'll probably have more later on. Speaking of characters that only had one character available at my store, I was kind of surprised by this. I wish they had more. But I went into the toy aisle and I noticed that they had a Batman, a Jim Gordon Batman, and they had a Flash. Well, it wasn't Batman. I noticed they had Hawkman. And I was thinking, oh, they're bringing out the Legends of Tomorrow figures. So I said, okay, fine. And then I noticed what other figures were on the back, and I'm thinking, well, I don't see any of these, so I'll probably have to get one of them online, especially the one I want. But then I looked again, and I noticed there was two that had the DC logo like this. The DC logo that we now know like this. And I was like, wait a minute, let me check. And behind there, we had Jim Gordon's Batman, and we had Batgirl. That's right, we had Batgirl. Yes, we have Batgirl right there. We have Batgirl. So I ended up getting Batgirl. This is based on the newer version of Batgirl, the Batgirl of Burnside. And just like with the Marvel Angela one, it also has a piece that you put together to create King Shark. So, and I was kind of surprised they had her, but it was the only one they had. So I figured, do what I do. So I did basically what I did with Angela, with Marvel's Angela. I hid her behind the same pillowcase so I can end up getting her later. But yeah, I ended up getting Batgirl, the Batgirl Burnside, which is Barbara Gordon, is as they call her, the Batgirl Burnside now. So I ended up getting her, happy about that. And then, put these back in a little bit, just a bit. I ended up getting these movies for the family. I ended up getting Disney's Cinderella, the remake. I ended up getting Disney's Cinderella. I ended up getting Fences, because my mom wanted to see that. And then got, finally, online, through Amazon, the Blu-ray version of Liar Liar. So, pretty good. And then yesterday, I ended up getting these movies. Now, what's funny is last year, and even this year, they started and re-released the Pop Art series of slipcovers for movies, Blu-ray and DVD wise, and I guess they decided to follow through on that by doing the Vintage Art series. The Vintage Art series, which I guess is what the movie poster was. And what we ended up getting, because I noticed the people involved and I knew my mom might like this, and I think she does like it. I think she has seen the movie and she likes it. I ended up getting Thoroughly Modern Millie. That's right, I got Thoroughly Modern Millie. This is part of the Vintage, as you can see, definitely a big difference, the Vintage Art series set. There's a lot of other movies like Rear Window, The Birds, Vertigo, you name it. They have vintage art slipcovers. They're basically, I think, the movie covers of when it was released in theaters. So, yeah, I got Thoroughly Modern Millie. So I ended up getting that. And it's rated G. Pretty cool. So yeah, I ended up getting that for her. And then, as a Walmart exclusive, I'm pretty sure you can get the 25th anniversary of this anywhere, but as a Walmart exclusive, I ended up getting the 25th anniversary limited edition gift set of A League of Their Own. And what's included in here is a booklet. Let's see, it's a booklet on women's baseball and trading cards and more. So yeah, I ended up getting that for her. And then, as far as I'm concerned, as far as me, let me put some of this stuff back for a second. As far as me, I ended up getting Teen Titans, the Judas Project, the Judas Contract, which has a Blue Beetle figure. It's the limited edition gift set. It's number 23,821 of 6,000 of 6 million, or what is it? 60,000. So, yeah, but this is has the gift set. It's the collectible Blue Beetle figure inside. So I ended up getting that, and I got that for my job. And I ended up getting this for my job. I had come out here and said that I was going to try to add to my anime collection. That kind of went askew for right now because one of the movies I want to get through Amazon would take 8 to 14 days to get here. Or it usually ships in 8 to 14 days. I don't know why. So yesterday I saw this, or the other day I saw this at my job, and then yesterday I decided, you know what, I'm going to get it. You know, it's a popular anime. You know, I didn't see all the other films out there, so this is the newest one, and obviously it's full length. I ended up getting One Piece Gold. The One Piece film Gold. Yeah. I ended up getting the One Piece film Gold. Has a slipcover to it. So yeah, I ended up getting One Piece Gold. The One Piece movie Gold. I haven't seen it yet, but if you're a One Piece fan, I would suggest getting it. And then comic-wise, I ended up getting what a lot of people feel is probably the best adaptation of the Mario Brother franchise yet. I ended up getting the graphic novel of Super Mario Adventures. You want to know how popular this is, or how good this is? Even Doug Walker dedicated a Nostalgia Critic episode to it. Yeah, Doug Walker dedicated a Nostalgia Critic episode to it. And one of the reasons he dedicated it